it's okay if I don't stand on the stage.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Hi. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. Come on in.
We love you, Vic. You're beautiful.
We love you, Vic.
You are.
All right, guys, find some seats.
You're blind? But I love you. Thank you. I am so, let's let everybody come in for a minute, okay? Can we wait until everybody comes in? Is that okay?
There's like 2 seats up here. There's a couple over there.
I don't want to get that close. 2 seats up here if anybody wants to come up. Sure. It's like nursery school, right? Just kind of sit around. Sit around the floor. Are we able to close those doors? Only so it's not hard to hear. You know what I mean? So that there's not so much sound coming in from outside.
Let me see about that.
Is that okay? I just don't want to be like, what did he say? What was that?
That's me.
You guys, I am so happy you're here. You have no idea how happy I am to be here with you. The last thing in the world that I want is for this panel to be a downer. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be a downer. But I would like to say some things. Is that okay? There will be tears. So I want to apologize for that. For those of you that may not know, and God bless you for not knowing, there's been a lot of ugliness lately, and things online. And I wanted to say something about it. And I also want to say I'm very mindful that there are many different ages in this room, so I want us to all be mindful of that, right? So if you're thinking of asking a question or something, you know what I mean? Be aware that there are a lot of different ages of people here. As I've been reflecting over the last 10 days, over the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of soul searching. You know, when difficult things happen, at first you're kind of angry, right? You're mad, but then you take a step back and you're like, what am I supposed to learn here? How could I be better? How could I do better? And I've learned something, and I wanted to share it with you. As long as I've been doing events, which is a long time, I've always been very demonstrative. Hug everybody, you know what I mean? That's just always been who I am. You could go back and find panels from or Q&A or autograph sessions from 10 years ago, 12, 15 years ago, and I'm doing the same thing. That in my mind, it's a way of saying thank you and expressing kindness and appreciation and warmth and support for a lot of people that could use it. You know what I'm talking about when I say that. But here's what I've learned.
We're here for you.
Just because 1,000 people want a hug doesn't mean everybody does. And I got really lazy. Over the years, I got really lazy. And I got used to being the same person all the time. And I was insensitive to the fact that there could be people out there that don't want that. And it has never, ever been my intention to offend or hurt anyone. It has never been my intention or desire to offend anyone. And I would like to think that the tens of thousands of people that I've met over the years know that. But there are people that don't want that kind of interaction. And I have not been sensitive to them. I see that. As I've been reflecting on what's been going on. And here's the thing, guys. Voice actors are no different than you are. We're bozos. I mean, honestly, we're just dumb humans trying to do our best. You know what I mean? We're just trying to get along in the world. And we stumble and we fall, right? How many of you know that you do that, right? How many of you would pray to God that somebody didn't follow you around every minute of the day with a camera and log every dumb thing you ever did or said? You know what I mean? I am a work in progress, just like you. And I have made some mistakes that I regret. I've never meant any harm to anybody. All of my gestures of hugging somebody for photos or kissing somebody on the forehead, or the cheek is, in my mind at the moment, was a sign of appreciation and kindness and warmth. But it was wrong. It was really wrong of me to assume. So I am profoundly sorry to anyone out there that I offended. That was never my intention. Somebody sent me something I wanted to share with you that was really... Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Now, I hope that I can have the opportunity to make amends to people that I've offended somehow or hurt. That has never been my intention or desire, but I recognize that I need to be sensitive to all. There are a lot of different people in this room. Am I right? Lots of different people. All of you have your own histories, your own heartaches, your own failures and flaws, your own strengths and skills. And we're all different. And I made the mistake of kind of painting with a broad brush. Does that make sense? And I am profoundly sorry for that. And I would like to ask anyone out there that I may have offended to accept my sincere apology and know that I have learned from my reflection during this time, I have learned that I need to alter the way I engage with people. And it's difficult sometimes, you guys, because when 100 people come up and ask for a hug, you start assuming that the 101st one wants one too. And it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? But you get lazy. You just get used to it. That was my fault. I am certainly not perfect by any means. I've been very blessed to have a career in this field and to do a lot of great shows, and I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for that. But I'm just a dumb guy like you, just trying my best, and trying my best. And so I want to apologize. If there's anyone in here, I don't know, if there's anyone in here that ever had an uncomfortable moment at my expense, I am so sorry. That it was never my intention. Do you hear me? I mean, I want to make sure I'm communicating to you clearly. I wrote some things down because I knew I wouldn't be able to think. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Now I have to just say this because I don't want any of this to be negative. But any kind of claims of assault, or or I even want to use those words, molestation, or abuse. No. And my heart hurts for the people that actually have been, and my heart hurts for anyone who feels that. I am mortified to think that I would have made somebody feel that way. And in our current setting, you have to be more careful, right? And I'm just a dumb old man. I've been doing this so long. And like I said, when you get affirmation from so many people, you start to believe it. Does that make sense? When 500 people walk up and tell you how much they love you and appreciate your work, you start to believe that crap. And then you start to assume, well, she liked me and they all liked me, so she probably likes me too. No, maybe not, right? Or she's different. She deserves the respect of having her own right, of having her own space and her own opinions, and she may be different, and that's where I've really messed up. Sorry.
All right, guys, let's give a hand to Vic. Vic is here talking. So let's give him a minute and let's have some questions. And the meeting.
I also want to ask you really quickly, a bright spot in the darkness. Thank you. I also want to say, any of you that are fans that have been supportive, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. But I don't want you to be the subject of hatred and anger as well, just because you're trying to stick up for someone. I wouldn't want that for you. So thank you for those of you that have been kind and supportive, and it really breaks my heart when I hear that somebody tried to speak words of positivity and say, hey, I've known this guy, I've seen this guy 10 times over the last years, and he's always been nice and kind, and I watched him interact with 500 people in an autograph line, and I mean, it seemed fine, and then those people get attacked because they're trying to be supportive. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anybody. And I can't even speak to why some people would say the things they say. You guys probably have some ideas of your own about why some people say things online, and put stories out there. All I know is that I am profoundly sorry if any of my actions meant innocently offended anyone. And if you know anybody like that one of those people, please extend my sincerest apologies. And I'm going to do better. If I have the chance, if I'm able to continue, I intend to make amends. I intend to not give anybody any reason to ever feel uncomfortable around. That has never been my heart. Never. I hope you know that. Who's got a really pointless, funny question? I hope.
How about we have a line?
Are we okay? Are we okay, guys? I know that was kind of heavy, but you know what I mean? Like.
Okay. If you could please line up over here if you have a question.
Well, maybe, I tell you what, hold on, because if they line up, the people won't be able to see past the line. You know what, I'll come to you. Is that okay? Can I do that? I know. Here's what I'm gonna do.
can have them go this way.
Winry here is going to be my mic holder.
Oh wait, that's right, because I'm too small.
Everybody hear her question. What's your question? And your bacon cosplay is on point. Wow.
First off, I freaking love you. I really do love you more than words can explain. And thank you for responding to my email, by the way.
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay, dumb question. Do you know or do you like ASMR?
The answer is no, I don't know ASMR. Sorry!
No, no,
Like, what?
Okay, do you like certain sounds? Like, do certain sounds make you tingle?
Songs?
Sounds.
What sound?
Like, what sounds do you
I
like?
think so.
Okay, what sounds do you dislike? That people like?
What sounds? This is an What sounds do I like that people dislike?
What about the chalkboard?
Scratching on the
Okay,
chalkboard.
people
Yeah.
like that. Do you like?
I don't like the sound of a roaring lion. Very good cat.
Okay, do you like tapping? Like tapping, like soft tapping, like nail tapping, computer tapping, like stuff like that, like weird sounds. Like no.
You like it?
Yes. It's a thing. Like
Does anyone in here enjoy tapping things?
Yeah.
Invite her over. Invite her over because she loves that.
There's other sounds like slime, ASMR. There's soap cutting in, like soap. The soap ASMR.
Okay, what does ASMR mean? What does it stand
It's
for?
a whole word.
I looked up the word.
ASMR stands for something?
Yeah.
It stands for a sound means
That sound means relaxing.
wait, look at this.
Okay, thank you.
A feeling of well-being combined with a tingling sensation in the scalp and down the back of the neck. It's pretty specific. As experienced by some people in response to a specific gentle stimulus, often a particular sound. I'm going home with a bigger vocabulary today. I'm going home with a bigger vocabulary than I've ever had in my life. Thank you.
Well, to start off, listen to the whispering ASMR and then like.
Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. You know that song? Telling me just what a fool I've been. Blah, 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 blah. I don't remember the words anymore. Oh no, I might accidentally impale somebody or be like, what's your question? Oh, sorry. Who's got a question? Yes, my Vulcan friend. I know you're not Vulcan,
I
but
have a serious question and a funny question.
okay.
What is your favorite technique for getting into voices? Like,
Favorite technique for getting into voices? I have really bad news. I have no technique. I don't. I have no technique. I love what I do. That's my technique. I try my best to absorb who this character is and ask the director a lot of questions, you know, because the director knows what he wants and he'll help kind of guide me, you know, and what he tells me about the character will decide how I approach the character. If he's arrogant, or if he's scared, or if he's a little nerdy, or if he's drunk. They gotta go grow. Oh my gosh, is he in here with the most amazing flask ever? Hold it up, dude. Look at this flask. This is the greatest crow flask ever. And the flask says, I don't get drunk, I get awesome.
that's actually my second question. What's Crow's
You know, I'm a baby. Like when it comes to alcohol, I like stuff that like tastes good. I don't like stuff that tastes like you should be cleaning a wound with it. You know, I like stuff that tastes good, like Grand Marnier or Fireball. Di Serono, you know what that is? It's like an amaretto. I just like stuff that has an actual taste to it. Anytime one of my friends is like, here, try this. And I'm like, what is it? And they're like, it's, name anything. Brandy, rum, whiskey, vodka, I don't even know the difference. You can line them all up. I wouldn't even know what the difference was. But anytime somebody's like, this is really smooth scotch, try it. I'm like, I'm like, here, let me clean this cut out with your vodka, with your scotch. But yeah, as far as Crow, if it's liquid, I think Crow would probably drink it. He's probably much more hardcore than I am. Like I said, I'm kind of a baby. I like nice, sweet tasting stuff. What? That's a good question, kid. And I would answer it if I wasn't drinking. Thank you, sweet. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Just a little curiosity question. Would you consider getting a role for a Disney movie?
Would I consider it? I would pay them. Be like, hi, you don't know me, but I want to be in your movie, and I will give you money. You didn't have to pay me. You know what? Can I say something about that? I'm glad you said that. What's your name? Andrew. I'm glad to see you again, Andrew. Thanks for the question. You know, I know that there are a lot of voice actors out there, probably most of them, who have like aspirations to be, right? Like an ambition to be in the next Pixar film or the next big thing. And while that would be great, I would certainly love to do it. I don't really, oh, that's creepy. Lock the doors. He could come in here at any minute. You guys in the back missed it. It was a super creepy court jester kind of cosplay. While I would love to be a part of something like that, I hope this comes out right. I feel like I've already gotten more than I deserved. You know what I mean? I mean, I've often said, and if you've watched any videos of panels with me, you might have even heard me say, if I was gone tomorrow, I have been more blessed than I ever deserved. And what's funny is I've said that many times before what's happened recently. But I don't have any big ambitions, you know what I mean? About, oh, I gotta get the next big thing, you know what I mean? Or, oh, I gotta reach for that next thing. Because there's something to be said for contentment. There's something to be said for being content with who you are. I told you to lock the door! Well, there goes this panel. I just don't have any, I feel like to constantly be reaching for something else could be perceived as not really appreciating where you are or what you have already. And I would never want to feel that way, you know? I got into this business 20 years ago, you guys. 20 years ago. And I never imagined that it would. I never imagined that it would ever come to what it has. I never would have imagined that it would have grown and had so many wonderful people, and I have been so blessed to have met so many wonderful people around the world. Love you, girl, boy, whoever said that. I didn't see where it came from, sorry. No, thank you. Yeah, that would be what I would say about that. Anthony, right? Andrew, that would be what I would say about that. Yeah, it would be fun to be in something like that, but you know, I'm not like hanging on for like some huge big blockbuster thing. I'm very, very grateful for what I've got that had the chance to do. Yes? Huh?
Have you ever used one of your roles, specifically Tommy Suo, to get out of a bad situation?
Apparently, I'm not very good at getting out of bad situations. I wish I've never done that. I wish there was some funny voice that I could do or some cute thing that I could do, but no, not getting out of a bad situation.
Your voice is cute enough.
Oh, stop it. No, I haven't. Every once in a while, I'll go through a drive-through. And usually it's a drive-through when I'm at a convention and like a guest helper, like this, like say for instance this girl here who's been helping me. This is Vanessa. I knew it was. I started to say Veronica. I'm like, no. Say hi to Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Vanessa's awesome. Now, here's a hypothetical. Vanessa picks me up at the airport when I come in for a convention, and on the way back to the hotel to drop me off, she says, hey, do you want anything to eat? And I'm like, oh, can we go through, like, you know, whatever, Wendy's, right? Whatever. So we'll go through the drive-thru, and I'm in the back seat, and Vanessa's in the front, and we pull up, and the lady goes, you know, well, Wendy's gonna take your order. And Vanessa will kind of look back at me for me to like lean out the window and tell her my order, right? Or they'll expect her to give the order. So I'll sometimes do some really wacky, weird voice, you know. Can I have a cheeseburger? No, 2 cheeseburgers. And what's fun is that when we pull up, they think like. So when we pull up, we pull up and here's Vanessa going. And I'm like, wow, that really weird, ugly voice came out of my mouth. That's about the closest I ever come to having fun with voices. I'm not really good with changing my voice a lot. You know what I mean? Like, voice acting is much more about playing a character than it is about changing your voice. Somebody said it in the autograph session just a minute ago. Somebody said, you sound like Edward. I'm like, there's a reason for that. When I get excited, my voice goes up a little higher. So, or, you know, when I'm trying to be kind and smooth and articulate, you know, then it turns kind of into a Tomicky thing, right? So it's not so much that I'm really any good at changing my voice. It's more about playing a character, you know what I mean? And the attitude of the character. Does that make sense? Yes.
Hi,
My gold medalist. He came to the autograph, so I'm like, oh, he's a gold medal winner. I know, Wreck-It Ralph, you look great. What's your question, sir?
Well, first off, I just want to say all love to you.
Thanks, Ben. Thank you.
And my question is, like, I'm a big fan of your singing, and I just
Thank you. Thank you.
ever since you and Johnny Bush sang the first novel, I got it.
Wow, thank you.
On YouTube, of course. I didn't download
Wow. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't buy your CD or anything. It's like, you're okay, but come on. Now we're talking about money. It's totally fine.
My question is, you or Johnny Bush Bosch or any other voice actor plan on doing any duets or?
Well, you know, Johnny and I have been friends for a long time, and Johnny's a great singer, musician, has his band, I Shine, and what? Well, yeah, see, that shows you how up to date I am. I've known them for years, and like when they would do shows, and I would occasionally even hop on stage and sing with them or play keys or something. I will tell you this, a lot of voice actors have musical background. The vast majority of voice actors have a lot of background in singing and music. I kind of think there's maybe even a connection. I think that if you're a singer, the more time you spend singing, the more you become, familiar with your voice, right? The more you become familiar with what you can do with your voice, how you can alter the sound by putting it in a different place in your head, or singing a different way, or you know what I mean, or what your range is, or if you want to come across kind of gritty, you know, and you know, the difference between how can I repay you, brother mine, or how can I repay you, brother mine? You know what I mean? Like, it's the same song, but you know what I mean? You become accustomed to what you can do with your voice, musically, singing, or how to sound like a song, to sing a certain song a certain way. And I think all of those things are very helpful for a voice actor, because you may not be singing a song, but you are creating a melody with your voice, right? You're communicating with your voice, and I think most of the voice actors I know are really good singers, and have a great deal of experience in like musical theater and singing, and I really do think there's a connection. I think there's definitely a connection. Yes, with the red hair. Hi.
Hi. So, my question is, I know you've been coming after the free a lot, but I was still wondering what's been like your favorite role so far that you've played or voice acted in?
You know, I always have to go back to Full Metal. I love that show, and I love that character, and I love the other characters and the relationship between the characters. Full Metal was probably the favorite thing that I did. Oron High School was a very close second place. Love Tamaki so much. I've really enjoyed playing Uncle Crow a lot. The fun thing about Uncle Crow is that it doesn't typically sound like me. This is what I sound like, right? So it's always fun to play a character that you're not immediately recognized. Most actors love that, right? Even if you're like a stage actor, if you put on certain makeup or a wig or a costume and you become another character, and they don't immediately see you. I think all voice actors probably enjoy that in the same way that a stage actor would. So even though I've done a lot of characters that kind of tend to sound like me, I really enjoy playing the ones that don't right away. So for people to come up and go, oh my gosh, you Uncle Crow? You know that? Thank you, kiddo. I'll drink to that. But, and I'm working on a lot of stuff right now that I'm very excited about. Anybody a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? So I'm playing this character named Rohan, who is so weird and funny, and what a really fun show. And really, I have 5 minutes left? How is that possible? We just started. I'm sorry, I'm on London time, so we still have 6 hours. No, just kidding. Just kidding. What was I talking about? Yes, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Rohan. In fact, I even have some pictures here of Rohan that I've never had before. He's really been a lot of fun to play. And a couple of other shows that I've been working on. And yes, so, yes, you are a very enthusiastic question asker.
Okay, I want to say thank you because Tamaki got me into anime.
Yay! Thank you, Commoner. You're a beautiful poor person.
The other question is, what's the best quote Tamaki has said?
Oh my goodness. How can you choose from all the beauty? I don't know. You know what's funny? So many of Tamaki's greatest lines were in the first episode. Like I would be talking to somebody and they would be like, can you say this or that? And they'd say 3 or 4 lines. And I would suddenly realize that they were all in the first episode. And you know why that is? And I thought about it, and you guys probably know this better than anybody because you're the anime experts. In the first episode of almost any anime, they need to establish the characters. They need to establish the personality of the characters so that you know who this guy is. Is he a bad guy? Is he a thug? Is he a really nice guy? Is he scary? You know what I mean? And so they craft the first episode when they introduce these characters to give them lines and action that makes you go, oh, okay, I see who this guy is, right? And or on High School, oh my goodness. Like Tamaki introduces the host club, right? And he's like, the strong silent type, the boy Lolita, right? And then the way they interact and the things that Tamaki says, right? Oh, you're a hero to poor people. Long live the poor. And you, by the end of that first episode, you feel like you have an idea of who that guy is. And so when I thought about it, it didn't surprise me that so many of his great lines were I will drink this coffee, the whole Commerce Coffee thing. First episode, right? Right out of the gate. So I have a lot of favorites. How are we doing? Please tell me we're not out. 2 minutes. Okay, can we maybe make a deal?
Yeah.
There's another Q&A tomorrow. I know some of you are like, well, I'm not coming back tomorrow. Well, I hope you can. I would love to continue this with you. There's never enough time to talk about everything. And I'm sorry again. Can I just go back to that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the heaviness at the front.
Vic, how about you tell everyone how they can follow you, things to look forward to?
I'm on Twitter. Risen Bull Rangers. I have a fan club called the Risen Bull Rangers. They are such wonderful people. They've been around for, I don't even know, like, how many years? 12, 13 years. And last count, there were like 24,000. You can join for free. It's online. It's a fan club, and you'll meet a lot of really great people. There's that. I'm going to be doing another signing after this. What time? I'm not sure. And so if I've not gotten the chance to meet you yet, I hope you'll come and say hello. Again, thank you. I'm
Love you.
Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, everyone. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea what a blessing you have been to me. Thank you. That is all I've ever wanted to be. And I've made more than my share of mistakes, as we all have. But I hope I can do better, and I hope I can have the chance to prove that to people that wonder or are concerned. Thank you guys. God bless you. I will hope to see you later. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.